Hi, I'm Daniel Gruen, starseed, lightworker, certified Reiki healer, and master teacher, ex-civil engineer, and environmentalist. I have channeled a message for you. Channeling is really the result of connecting and becoming one with the higher self, the true self, the authentic self, the divine self, which I'm working really hard to be my authentic self, which is funny because to be authentic, you gotta stop working hard at being authentic and just be authentic. And I'm like still struggling with that to some degree, but I'm trying to let my true authentic self come out. But again, like trying to let it come out doesn't work. You can't try to let it come out, it just comes out, right? So I'm getting there. Still feeling nervous, I guess you could say. But I've channeled a message for you. I like to think of it as allowing my star family to use me to speak. But then the more I do it, the more I feel like I'm one with them. Like they're me and I'm them. There's no separation at all. In fact, one of the messages that came through is a quote that says, "We choose to use pronouns like our and we because we are one. There is no separation. So there's only we. Even you watching this, we're all one." All right. So anyway, I already channeled the message. I typed it out. So here it is. Greetings, beloved. First of all, and most importantly, we love you. We love you more than words can express. Please listen and feel the vibe of the words of this message. Allow the vibe to inspire you and spark your imagination. You are all the incarnations of the divine. You are all divine, and you are all incarnate at the same time. This is what it means to be alive. Our goal is to heal a divided world. We will create a world in which everyone feels safe and truly healthy. A world free of people ostracizing and condemning each other. A world that embraces diversity with an open mind and an open heart. Together we shall redeem the misfits, the outcasts, the underdogs, and the downtrodden. We are creating unity, and we can only create unity together. We are unifying everyone. We're talking about creating a world in which everyone is included and no one is left out. That means everyone, regardless of their identifications, their political or religious affiliations, their beliefs, their opinions, their flaws. Because that's how we eliminate division, and that's how we stop the divide and conquer tactic that keeps us disempowered. Empowerment is a function of unity. Because we are because of one another. What could possibly be more empowering than unifying everyone under a common banner of love, respect, forgiveness, understanding, and compassion? One of integrity and strength, brotherhood and sisterhood. That is what it means to be the change we wish to see in the world, as Gandhi said. We must work together to unite everyone. Help everyone remember that in truth, we all want the same thing, peace on earth. We'll bring together all the walks of life. We won't give up until the world knows that the warriors of the rainbow have arrived and have fulfilled their mission to heal a divided world. The Native Americans spoke of two possible roads that men and women could walk. They were known as the Red Road and the Black Road. The Red Road is the road of harmony and alignment with nature, Mother Earth, Gaia, only taking what we need from her. The Black Road is the one of greed, attachment, addiction, and imbalance. Indeed, addictions of all kinds are what cause disease, and anything can become an addiction, even an emotion. Health comes from moderation. True Native American wisdom teaches that once something is used in excess, it becomes poison. And anything can be poison if abused, if used too much or improperly. Strive to walk the middle path, one of centeredness and alignment. Health, therefore, is a result of balance, of moderation, which will replace pain and discomfort with feeling good in each moment. To feel good is to do whatever will restore balance in your body, in your life, in your daily routine. Daniel here has made great strides in healing himself in order to connect with us and bring you the clearest and most pertinent messages possible. He has struggled with his own imbalances and addictions, his fears, his guilt, his anger, which he knew he must release to fulfill his divine purpose, his reason for incarnating during Gaia's transformation and ascension. He suffers with you because he cares so much, but he has betrayed himself in the past by shying away from his mission. He falls prey to the collective I don't give a F attitude, like don't give no F's attitude, and as a result can come across as callous and selfish, which could not be farther from his soul's truth. He did so to protect himself, or so he thought, from being mocked and ridiculed. In other words, he dimmed his light to fit in, pretending not to care, not to feel, to be cold as if that made him tough and invincible. Instead, it left him feeling like a fraud, afraid to be his true, vulnerable, loving, soft, and authentic self. Can you relate? This is part of the human condition, which you all struggle with on a daily basis. This is the wounded masculine, particularly now in a time when the blind lead the blind on social media and in mainstream media, making bad advice, mistaking it for humor, touting a mean, loveless, sometimes aggressive, false sense of security that actually points to an underlying insecurity. It has never been easier to get lost spiritually and end up feeling depressed. This is a large part of what Daniel is attempting to heal in the collective, particularly among his soul tribe, and also what we wish to heal as the Star family. Behind the facade of the tough exterior portrayed on social media is the wounded inner child begging to be loved, fishing for likes and shares and reactions, and for attention. Daniel is learning, and so will you, that the reason he has been alone for so long is that he was taught to develop a tough skin rather than being allowed to be his true, soft, loving, sweet, authentic self. Torn between wanting to fit in to a perverse world that seemed to get all the attention, and being his true self, which would actually draw the crowd he desires so deeply in his heart. Daniel often is left giving up, shutting down, and retreating to tend his emotional wounds. Can you relate? We're telling you this not to embarrass Daniel, but to demonstrate what is happening to empaths and starseeds all over the world. We know Daniel will understand that this message is for him to see himself more clearly and choose more powerfully to be his true authentic self, to let his guard down and let his true jovial nature come out to play. And he will also understand that he is being used as an example so that everyone watching this video can learn from his example and see themselves in him and stop being affected by those who mock and ridicule, and understand that what the world truly needs is sweetness, softness, kindness, love, understanding, and compassion, as Daniel loves to say and preach. He likes to pretend he does not preach, but he can't help it because he longs to live in a world that is kind, and it angers him when people are not. But getting angry or frustrated doesn't help, does it? It only exacerbates the wound. The solution is to refuse to engage with lower energies and simply continue being true to oneself. He has learned to forgive himself for becoming the thing that he hates, and he has endeavored to shed the tough skin that society told him he needed to develop to survive. He has endeavored to restore his kindness and tenderness, his vulnerability, and realize that his true strength lies in his love for humanity, just as Jesus did when Jesus came of age and realized what it truly meant to do God's work. You all must be willing to embody your true divine nature, which is not stern or wrathful or judgmental, but rather quite the opposite. Jovial, accepting, compassionate, loving, kind, encouraging, and sweet. How else could a world exist in which everyone feels safe to be themselves, the many faces of the divine? So that is the message that I channeled, and I was going to try to channel it on camera, but it was coming through and I just had to type it out. So I hope you could feel the energy of the message, even though I read it to you rather than it coming through me on camera. I hope you enjoyed the message, and I wish you all the best. And I'm going to say that's it for this video. If you need a healing, if you're interested in healing, please feel free to contact me. Namaste. I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day or evening.